Hello everybody, video here for you today. This is the no cap recap of the Curse of Oak Island Season 12 Episode 10 called Graves Concerns, originally aired January 28th, 2025. If you missed any of my recaps of previous episodes, there's a link to my Oak Island playlist in the upper right. Let's get into it. Previously, on the Curse of Oak Island, people have been looking for an incredible treasure for 230 years. In the swamp, Billy uncovers more cobble near the vault and the cobble path / ramp uncovered a few episodes ago. Gary finds a piece of pottery that they don't show at all, but Laird declares it post-Money Pit discovery, so possibly could have belonged to Anthony Graves, whose house was built 100 yards away from the vault. Graves bought lots 5 through 20 in 1857 and built his house on lot 11. He was known to buy things from local merchants on the mainland with Spanish silver coins. After his death, his family found no treasure anywhere in his house. Back at the vault, Rick pulls out an iron pipe with brick attached to it. In the war room, wood from the suspected shaft 2, the first searcher shaft, has been dated via dendrochronology to 1784, 11 years before the discovery of the Money Pit and 21 years before the construction of shaft 2. Early in season 12, the team excavated another shaft right next to it that they called 2A and got wood from that as well, but they do not mention it in this episode. The thought is that perhaps the wood was repurposed from an older structure to build shaft 2. And if the team is correct about the shaft 2 location, then 14 feet away from it is the original Money Pit shaft. Steve plots it to be the red circle in the southeast part of the head shaft as shown. The big circle with the darker red is the area that the latest groundwater testing leads Dr. Spooner to believe to be the location of the precious metals. H5-10.5 is the new borehole location, and it is within the suspected Money Pit location circle. Rick feels down in the vault and brings up a loose brick first, and then a machine-made piece of glass jar shown here. Laird dates it to the late 1800s, which would fit the Graves time period. Katja Drayton puts her metal detector coil into the vault water and picks up some metal hits. Rick puts his arm in the water again and pulls out this crank handle. Jack visits the archaeologist in the big feature on lot 5. There have been many finds within that feature, including coins and beads, as well as a concrete and soil mixture that is a match for the same discovered in the Money Pit long ago. One of the archaeology assistants finds this yellow marker peg that Jack is holding. Former Lot 5 owner Robert Young would put those in place to mark where he made documented finds. Laird has a database of those finds and matches the peg number to the find, a 1781 silver Spanish real coin. Laird says that it's the only Spanish coin that Young found. In the Money Pit area, some bits of wood come up in the core samples 20 feet below the documented depth of the head and shaft. Professor Hamilton built a smaller 6 by 6 foot extension to the head and shaft as illustrated here. From the bottom of that, Hamilton conducted probe drilling and hit what he thought was a vault. They encounter only in situ soil from there, though, so perhaps they are off a bit in location. Some of the water has been removed from the vault, giving a better look at the inside of it. Rick gets dirty again and pulls out this hook. Billy has cleared away the soil from one side of the vault, giving a look at the outside of it. In the lab, Emma reports on the vault artifacts. The hook on the bottom is mid to late 1800s, again matching the Graves timeline. The pipe and the crank at the top, though, are late 1700s, which would predate Graves, but would be right around the time or slightly predate the discovery of the money pit in 1795. Next time on an all-new The Curse of Oak Island episode, airing February 4th, 2025, called Best Case-On Scenario. Evidence is building, and the team believes they are finally zeroing in on the elusive treasure vault. With confidence at an all-time high, the Fellowship prepares to retrieve it as they call in the caissons. And another all-new episode airing on February 11th, 2025, called Mapping It Out. The team is ecstatic when a newly discovered treasure map turns out to be more accurate than they could ever have imagined. I'll be continuing the Curse of Oak Island recaps as new episodes air late Tuesday nights. I'll also continue Season 8 Retro No-Cap recaps. All of the other episodes are done and are in my Oak Island playlist. I'm also slowly doing Retro No-Cap recaps of Season 2 through 4 of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Seasons 1 and 5 are all done, and those are in the Skinwalker Ranch playlist. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Sempre avanti.